but that's not how it usually happens. So you want to solve it for both employees as well as employers, essentially to say that, you know what, there are other models you should consider which are fair to both of you and which keeps both of you, rightly incentivized. Right. So let's understand then what is the alternative that you're proposing, and how is it different from ESOPs, and how is it different from bonuses?
Got it. Sure. So see, the issue with equity we saw, right? Unpredictability and lack of knowledge for both founders as well as employees, right? Especially young talent. The issue with cash, right, is also that cash promotes. I mean, if the employee is paid all in cash, right, then it becomes very transactional, because all cash bonuses which are structured today as variable pay, performance-based pay, etc., are paid at the end of each performance period, be it month, quarter, or year, right? So they get paid out. So that becomes a commodity and becomes transactional. It's great for driving short-term performance. It's a great tool for driving short-term performance, but it doesn't align the employee to slightly mid-term objectives of the company next 2 to 4 years, let alone longer term, right? Even if a venture has raised a lot of capital, then also cash is not the solution, because even if you pay somebody very high to recruit them, they can very easily take up another offer at more cash if cash was what they valued more, right? So cash is definitely not the solution. Equity is also not the solution fully, right? At scale for all employees, it's perhaps a great solution. Equity is a great solution for maybe founders, co-founders, maybe some senior leaders, but not for all employees, perhaps, right?
Yeah.
So if cash and equity are not a solution, we looked at the potential of royalty or revenue share, right? Because if somebody is helping me create my future, can I give them a share of that future success as a share of future revenue or profits or future rounds of funding?
Got it. Okay.
When we looked at royalty, we saw huge potential in that, but we could not find any solution to structure it. We could not find any solution that structures it and automates that process, because how do you decide royalty for somebody in terms of the percentage of revenue, for example, and the period for which you pay them that royalty? So if
if there's no automation for it, there must be examples. For example, I've seen in Shark Tank US that sharks sometimes crack these deals where they say, pay me this much 5 cents of royalty per sale until the next 5 years, and then 1 cent for forever, kind of that. So there must be people who must have implemented it with their own structure, with their own lawyers. That must be there, right? There must be a practice around it.
True. Yeah. I mean, of course, royalty does exist, but there is no solution that has structured it for a company, for all their employees, in terms of deciding these decisions that you mentioned right now, even in Shark Tank US, perhaps, are ad hoc decisions.
Mm-hmm.
What I mean by that is, let's say, suppose an employee has worked with us for 2 years and done well, performed well, shall we give them royalty for next, for the entire lifetime, forever? Perhaps not. Shall we give them royalty then for 2 years, next 2 years after their employment, or next 4 years, next 3 years is anybody's guess, right? And what percentage of royalty? How do we decide that at the time of joining, when the employee is joining or later, right? These are challenges that are there with royalty, and that's why royalty also hasn't scaled today, because nobody has created this automation and this structure behind it. And that's exactly what we have been able to do. Is what we do is we use a concept of wealth points, which is like an internal fixed value currency that we created, internal for that company, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the company is able to, company is already measuring each person's contributions in terms of time, in terms of performance, right? Whether the measurement is advanced or basic, but every company is measuring that and using that measurement to actually reward people with pay hikes or with variable pay components and stuff like that, right? So that system is there.
That's happening.
Whether basic or advanced, depending upon the stage of that venture or maturity of that business, right? What we do is we take that input from the company, which is pay packages input, pay packages and bonuses, the current pay packages, the bonuses, and the benchmark pay packages in the industry, in their industry. We take that from the venture, from the business, and then the platform is able to allocate or enable the company to allocate wealth points to each employee. Okay, and these wealth points can be allocated on a monthly basis, like a component of salary, right? Very similar to monthly vesting of stock options.
Correct.
And also these wealth points can be given as a performance reward. So variable wealth points, for example, very similar to variable cash, right? And that wealth point balance that an employee builds enables us, or enables the Venex platform, to limit the period of payout of the royalty, and also enables the platform to decide the percentage of revenue share or funding share to allocate for that employee. So that quantum, which is dynamic, the employee can keep building it. So now the employee knows that the longer I work with the company, the more wealth I will create through wealth points. The better I perform with the company, I will get more wealth points, as in more wealth. But I will realize that wealth based on the pace of growth of the business. So the realization, which means the cash payout, I know that quantum I will receive. So we have removed the unpredictability on that. The value is now fixed, right? For all my past performances, I know exactly how much wealth I will receive from future cash flows of the company.
Got it.
And the actual receipt of those, the actual accrual and payouts, is linked to the company's actual revenue or funding milestones, right? So if the company grows faster, then the payout happens sooner for the employee. If the company grows slowly, then the payout happens at a stretched longer period.